This Calvin Castine is approaching 4 p.m. game time on this 9th day of October 2003. A beautiful Indian summer day. Temperature about 63 degrees at game time. We're at the Clinton Community College field, just outside of beautiful downtown Cliff Haven. And we're here for Northern Independence Conference playoffs. It's the opening round, and I would guess probably a semi-final, featuring Paul Smiths College and the unbeaten, untied 17-0-0 Clinton Community College Cougars. So we're here for the Cougars. Looked quickly through the Paul Smiths roster. Didn't recognize any names, although there probably are some that only show this on channel 30. That section 10 area, some of those will probably be familiar to those folks watching, and I apologize, but first Clinton game we've done this year, and we're going to have to try to learn the Cougar names as we go. We know most of them, but we're in a new setting here, so we're going to have to adapt to the Cougar names, and that's running the camera and doing that is enough without trying to pay attention to who the Bobcat players are. Passed back by Kayla Spooner. Passing back. It'll be a green throw. These teams have met twice. Clinton Community College winning both times, 5-0 and 6-0. The Cougars are coached by their longtime coach, Donna Dixon, and she's assisted this year. I'm not sure if it's the first year I'm aware of, but she may have been here in the past. Mel Defiant is the assistant. Number 9 up there in the front line, that's Stacy Miner from Northern Adirondack Central School. Passing up to number 19, Demetra Katsios from Mechanicville. It'll be a white throw. Will be thrown in by Emily Colby from Northeastern Clinton. And a volunteer firefighter, along with her brother. That's Chelsea Jones, the Paul Smiths keeper. The only person we got to know. Kristen Fayles in the nets for the Cougars. She's from Shazy Central. White throw. Spooner will toss it in. Ball comes up here to Kristen Blair from Messina. Passed back now by Elise LaFountain to Spooner, taken away by the Bobcats. Defensively on the back line, it looks like Katie Johnston from Chateauguay Central. And on the wing, it's Katsios, number 19. Serves the ball and goes to the keeper. Kicked by the defense, but it wasn't an intentional kick back to the defender, so she could handle it with her hands. Ball's met at midfield by Elise LaFountain. Now Emily LaFountain, her sister, is here. Emily will throw it in. Throws it over the head of Blair. The ball comes back to Elise, and she passes it through. We got Krista Jubert, number 20, on the left wing for the Cougars. Emily LaFountain, who almost gave me heck when she was playing modified, because I didn't cover any modified games. Could have been a handball there, but the refs let it go. If it were outside of the penalty area, they would have called it, but in a penalty area, that was not deliberate, and you don't want to give the team a penalty kick on an inadvertent handball like that. Jones punts it out, stopped by LaFountain, now kicked back by the Bobcats. Heidi Dragoon from Northeastern puts it in the air. Paul Smiths is coming in here looking for the upset. If the Cougars are complacent, it certainly could happen. So Coach Dixon and Coach Defiant's agenda here is to make sure their team is not taking Paul Smiths lightly. Miner will take the throw. Plattsburgh High School's Debbie Davis is on the bench today. She handed us the roster, and we're sitting there chatting with her, and she's whispering, and Hubert watches it go out. So we finally got around to asking her why she wasn't in uniform. She said, "Oh, I've got a strep throat." So hopefully she's no longer contagious. She's taking the proper medication, so hopefully the contagion part of it is out. Hubert gets it from her former Bobcat teammate, Minor. Colby over to throw it in. First game we've taped this year, and the first game we've taped in 2 years. We used to tape the Cougars on a regular basis. And it goes off the defense. It'll be a corner kick. Heidi Dragoon over to take the corner kick. We used to tape the Cougars on a regular basis, but they used to do a little more advertising with us than they have in the last 3 years or so. And we just decided we can't afford to spend our time if the decision makers can't support hometown cable. Then, whoa, Gilbert trying to bounce it in there. We show this on public access channels, channel 15 in Plattsburgh, channel 30 in Malone. But we do this mainly because we are funded through a leased access channel that we lease in Champlain, and we do have paid advertisers on that channel. And unfortunately, those paid advertisers are what's putting the bill for channel 15 and channel 30. We had hoped that people watching this on channel 15 in the Plattsburgh and that region, there's a goal by Jubert on an assist from the corner from Katsios. So the Cougars score, a nice play. Katsios back out to Jubert, who just popped it right in. Right place, right time, 1-0 favor of Clinton Community College. "45-minute halves, 37:51 left in the first half." So unfortunately for us, getting back to our funding here, the viewers on channel 15 in Plattsburgh, the viewers on channel 30 in the Malone area don't support us. So we had it for a moment, but didn't have any hands. It was right between our knees. Right between our knees, but we couldn't control it. So unfortunately for us, the viewers on 15 and 30 just, for some reason, and those of you watching on 15 and 30 may know the reason why, but they don't support us. So we get most of our support out of channel 24 in Champlain. And for many years, Clinton Community College would put their ads that you see on TV on channel 24. But a couple of years ago, they put it down to a bare minimum, $85 a year, with what they would spend. So I said, I just can't afford to go tape the graduations, the events that we cover, all the ball games, and if they only think it's worth $85, then I guess I should spend my time elsewhere. So it really bothered me not to be here, because so many of these players are familiar to us. We've watched these kids, many of them when they were in elementary school playing different sports. We're very familiar with over half of the players on this team, and it really bothered me to see them playing out here and not getting coverage. So I said, well, I'll come out and cover them. So here we are. Maybe someday the powers that be will catch on at Clinton and start supporting hometown cable. In the meantime, we'll continue to support the students. Sent back in by LaFountain up to Juba. Juber's looking for another one, and by golly, she's got it. So I'll give Elise LaFountain an assist and Krista Joubert her second goal. And I think I read, and I read that right up in the paper, that these 17-0-0 Cougars are being led in scoring by Joubert. Several other high scorers on the team, but I think Joubert is the top. And if she's not, well, my apologies to whoever is on the top, but I'm fairly certain of that. 35-27, still a lot of time here, less than 10 minutes into the first half. And it's 2-0 Cougars, looking to advance to the next round. This will be thrown in by Stacy Miner. Pass back to Miner. Let's see, there we go, number 10. That's Katie Johnson from Chateauguay. Okay, some kicked up to the front line to Blair from Messina. It was given to her by Colby. Some of the other names that we may not have seen on the field yet. Amanda Riggs, who we're told is from Shazy. Haley Collins from Beekmantown. Danielle Thibault from Shazy. Dragoon sends it down. Let's see who else we got. Ashley Wheeler from Chateauguay. Megan Dumas from Bolton. Jamie Coupel from Beekmantown. Madonna Bertrand from Northern Adirondack. I think we've at this point mentioned everybody. If not, hopefully in the course of the game we will have the opportunity to mention everybody. Put back in play. Kick in the air by Colby. Katsios. Now LaFountain has it taken off her foot. Colby sends it back through. Elise LaFountain, varsity player at Northeastern Clinton as an 8th grader. As an 8th grader, she went to the state finals where her team lost in overtime. And it was a situation where if they could have lasted another minute or so, I think it was within the last minute or so that they lost, then they would have been co-champions for the state because the weather was just terrible. And the ball on the slippery field slipped in, and they were that close to being co-state champions at Northeastern Clinton. Joubert comes back to the ball, passes over to LaFountain. LaFountain's going to score. And this time it's Joubert to LaFountain. Elise LaFountain makes it 3-0 in favor of the Cougars. We'll give you a shot of the scoreboard. 32-20, 22 when the goal was scored. Even keeping track of the shots on the scoreboard. Nice scoreboard, but a little tough to see the numbers. Put back in play. Joubert up to Katsios. LaFountain. Kicked back by the Bobcats. Colby gets a foot on it. Passes back here to Wheeler from Chateauguay. Sent in by Blair from Messina. There's LaFountain. Colby's going to take a shot, and it's going to be stopped by the keeper, Jones. A beautiful shot from Emily Colby. Ball's knocked down by Wheeler, sent back by Colby up to Joubert. She goes to midfield, picked up by Paul Smiths. Now Spooner comes to Wheeler, and she goes to LaFountain. Matzios catching up with it. There'll be a goal kick. 4 subs in for the Cougars. We'll try to pick them up. We see number 4. That'll be Riggs from Shazy. See number 15. That's Coupel from Beekmantown. Riggs keeps it going. I didn't do a lot of Shazy games, but I have to be honest, I don't remember Riggs at Shazy. But then Mel Defiant tried to tell me that Coupel was from Shazy also, so then she, oh yeah, that is Beekmantown, isn't it? So maybe Riggs is from Beekmantown. She might be a West Shazy person. Or she might be a Shazy player, I just can't recall. See a lot of players over the course of the year. Riggs with the foot on it. LaFountain sends it. It'll be a green throw. Ball goes wide. Looks like Danielle Tebow from Shazy. Trying to remember, I think she was an all-star in her senior game at the in basketball, senior basketball in MVAC. Emily Colby will throw it in. Excuse me, Emily LaFountain will throw it in, and Emily Colby will head it. Elise LaFountain chases it in. Emily, nope. Kick back out. Tebow will take the throw. Headed by Coupel. Ball comes back to Colby. Now it's stopped by Spooner. Green throw. Elise LaFountain with the pass up to Riggs. Coupel. Oh, excuse me, that's Wheeler. No, it's Coupel. There's somebody saying, come on, Wheelie, but that was Coupel. This is Wheeler. Wheeler throws it in, headed by Coupel. Colby with a shot. This one's going to go over the top corner. So it'll be a Paul Smiths goal kick. 3-0 is the score. Clinton Community College leading Northern Independence Conference semifinal game. Wheeler throws it in. Wheeler will toss it in for the Cougars. Coupel keeps it going. Off Coupel's leg over to Riggs. Ball comes back to Wheeler. Miss kicks. It'll be green throw. Ball gets by Spooner, back to Dragoon. Dragoon sends it up to midfield. It's kicked back. Now Tebow on the wing. Kicks it wide. Emily LaFountain tiptoes up the side. Kicked out off green. Tebow will throw it in. Spooner is bumped. There's hardly anybody here when the game started, but starting to fill in. Parents, family, friends, and soccer fans. Wheeler will give it to the green player to throw in. Colby goes wide. Spooner back to Colby. Riggs puts it in the air. The ball comes off a green foot, be white throw. Wheeler will take it. Wheeler will leave it for Colby. Colby, a good thrower. Up for Riggs. Riggs on the wing. Goal kick. Stopped by Wheeler, over to Coupel, back to Colby, now back to Wheeler. Wheeler should have taken it to the wing. There's too many green shirts over where Coupel was. McDowd and Tim Pulsifer here covering it for the press. Colby will throw it in. Colby, an excellent thrower-inner. Wheeler send it back in front of the net, and here's number 5, Haley Collins from Beekmantown. Couldn't find the trigger. Takes a Paul Smiths bounce. Emily Colby clears it out, cleared back by Paul Smiths. Headed by Johnston. Sent up to the front line. Coupel giving chase. She had plenty of time to clear that. She kind of ditched that too soon. She was not being challenged. She should have played that ball out of there. Instead, it's a white throw. Colby kicks it back. White throw. Coupel gets a foot on it. Passes to Minor. Minor comes wide for Wheeler. Wheeler kicks it too far for Riggs to catch up with. About 21 and a half remaining in the first half.
What? Who's that though? Who's that?
Dragoon with a long pass up to the front. Wheeler tries to body it forward. Carries it through. Interrupted by Paul Smith. Riggs comes back for it. Riggs passes to the middle. Minor almost there in time. Colby will kick it out of bounds over to Mark Sudall from Channel 5. Enjoying the autumn weather here with his shorts on. Go back to the studio and tell everybody how hard he worked. Riggs. Stopped. Nice move from Riggs. Back to the 18. Cleared out by Paul Smiths. Now it's Tebow puts it in the air. Minor giving chase. Minor gets it back to Wheeler. And now Riggs sends it up to the 18 where Paul Smiths controls. Sent through by Johnston. On the far side, that's number 5, Collins. Just under 20 minutes to go in the first half. Northern Independent Conference semifinal game. The unbeaten, untied Clinton Community College Cougars are leading 3-0. Riggs will shoot and yank it. Yanks it wide. Another goal kick. Stopped by Wheeler. Dragoon sends it back. It's going to be out in the green throw. Wheeler steps in front. Tebow kicks it and goes out of bounds. Green throw. Headed by Colby.
Run through that.
In the air. Stopped by Johnston. Back in and wide. Fillion will get a chance to handle the ball. Chazy's Kristen Fillion. Enjoying an unbeaten, untied season. Makes her feel like she's right back there at Chazy. Thrown in by LaFountain. Coupel passes back. Ball comes to the front line. Takes a Cougar bounce. Where'd it go? Over there. Kept in play. Coupel tries to put it up in front. Riggs is going to get the Coupel to Riggs. 4-0. 4-0. Let's see, looks like 17:50 or so left in the first half. Cougars, who defeated Paul Smiths 6-0 and 5-0, are already leading 4-0. And we've got 2/3 of the game left to play. Give or take a minute or two. Katsios playing the back line now, or at least mid back line, throws it in. Katsios again. Whoa! Riggs goes the flying. Heidi Dragoon, whose brother Travis is the undefeated runner this year at Northeastern Clinton as of this taping in the cross country.
Oh!
That was Heidi taking the corner kick, not her brother Travis.
Oh yeah.
Tebow controls it, carries it up to Minor. Minor passes up to Riggs. Riggs tries to pass and broken up by the defense. Ball comes, Tebow gets a foot on it. Riggs, good hustle. Ball comes back to Dragoon. Dragoon passing to Wheeler. Wheeler sends it up, looking for Riggs. Kicked back by Paul Smiths and out. Colby with a throw. High kick there by Riggs. He's a high stepper. Minor. Now Colby passing back. Tebow puts it in the air to midfield. Minor tries to switch fields with it. LaFountain kicks it up to the front line for Coupel. Riggs comes back for it. Here's Minor. It's going to go out. No, LaFountain can't catch up with it. He'll be yet another goal kick for Paul Smiths. Sent down the field by Katsios. Thrown into Elise LaFountain, who's just back in the game. Katsios on the front line, trying to center it. It's a Cougar throw. Paul Smith's player takes the ball. Emily Colby going after it now. Picked up by Katsios, puts it in the air. And Wheeler a little tentative there. Here's Elise LaFountain taking a shot. That one's going to hit the goal post. Hit the far post. Get by the keeper and hit the far post. If you're going to miss those, this is the time to do it. You don't want to do that in a close game. Those really hurt in a close game. Wheeler will throw it in. Katsios up for Emily Colby. Emily LaFountain. I'm going to say Colby all day here. Emily LaFountain. There's Katsios. I'll get Emily LaFountain mad at me all over again here. 7 out there is Spooner. He's back in. Pass up to the front line. Keeper will pick it up. It's Chelsea Jones from Paul Smiths. There's the punt. Pass backwards by Johnston. Dragoon sends it down. White throw. Let's see. On the far wing, 13 is Blair from Cena. Tebow calmly passes it to Spooner. Ball comes to Wheeler. Wheeler sends it up to Riggs. Riggs, the goal scorer. That's the Riggs we're talking about.
Good D. Hold it up. White, you're not doing much talking, White. Come on, work together.
LaFountain gets a foot on it. He dribbles it up. Passes up to the front line to Coupel. Wheeler comes back for it. Taken away by the Bobcats. Sent down. Johnston giving chase. And Johnston will clear it before the Bobcats can take a shot. Pass back. Up the wing to Katsios. Now kicked by Blair. Katsios will take the throw.
Oh, nice drop.
Release the fountain.
Oh, this is happening. Oh.
Katsios carrying it up. Taken away from Elise LaFountain. Sent into the corner. LaFountain lets it land. Whoop, little elbow there. Just a friendly elbow though.
Yes. Oh,
Spooner takes it away.
so quick. Oh, give me that.
LaFountain
I'll take it.
up to the 18. Riggs gets a foot on it, sticks a foot in there.
Yeah.
Less than 9 minutes to go in the first half. Spooner
Oh,
pass through to the 18, cleared out, gets by Spooner. Dragoon will come in, send it back. Dragoon certainly a threat to score from back there. Strong kick. There's the punt. Tracked down by Dragoon. Spooner. Spooner carries it up to Coupel. Katsios. White throw.
I'll take it. Yeah.
LaFountain sends it. It's out. Green throw.
Yeah.
Fountain into the corner. Fountain passes back to Spooner.
Oh, where you? Serve.
Just under 6.5 to go in the first half. They're going with a corner kick.
Flick. Oh.
Joubert with a shot. And the keeper will kick it out. Colby will throw it in. LaFountain keeps it in play. Puts it in front of the net. Just went over the head of Blair.
Who was it?
Under 5.5 left in the first half. High towering ball headed by Blair. Coupel chasing it down. Throw comes to Joubert from Colby. Joubert passing back to Spooner.
Oh, yeah, Spooner.
That's a tackle. That's how you tackle the ball.
Joubert sends it up to the 18, cleared out again by Paul Smiths. Johnston giving chase. Johnston catches up with it. Thibault carries it up. Joubert for LaFountain.
Nice ball. Goal.
Coupel can't get a foot on it. Shoots. Just missing. Coupel under a lot of pressure. He managed to get that shot off, and it was a quality shot. Megan Dumas, number 14 from Bolton, is in now for the Cougars. Green throw. Dragoon sends it up to Dumas. Dumas back to Joubert. 3 minutes and a few seconds remaining in the first half. Blair on the sideline. Colby tosses it in. Joubert keep it going. Be a goal kick. You see Collins back in for the Cougars. I haven't noticed Madonna Bertrand. I don't know if she's here. She's mentioned Davis is ill with strep throat. Ball comes. Ooh, nice black flip there by Dumas. Less than 2 minutes remains in the first half. Dumas runs into the defender. Must have thought the defender was going to chase the ball. She kicked the ball around the defender and ran over her. So you're supposed to go after the ball. I'm supposed to have a clear route. Colby will toss it in. Ooh. Try it again. High throw. Back down the field by Colby. Picked up by Jones. High punt. We're down to 30 seconds to go in the half. This is Wheeler. Start the countdown. We're in the closing seconds. And the first half will end with score. Clinton Community College, unbeaten, untied, and leading 4-0 over the Paul Smiths Bobcats here on viewer-supported hometown cable. Okay, action is just underway. And we haven't figured it out, we're going the other way now. Oh, we were busy chatting at halftime and weren't finished chatting when the game resumed. A little tough here. Paul Smiths in the dark. We're going to be going from the bright sun into the shade. Johnston with the throw. Nice crowd, but I was expecting an even bigger crowd for an unbeaten team here. We got to get people to show up for these games, especially on a beautiful day like this. Temperature low 60s. LaFountain kicks it out. Green throw, kicked out again by LaFountain. Nope, off Green. LaFountain will throw it in. Looking for Minor, goes up to Katsios. Now Joubert has already got a couple of goals. Passes through. And we're going to get a shot from Blair. It's going to go over the top. Here comes the goal kick. Spooner will throw it in. Blair sends it down. And we're going to have another goal kick. Here it comes. There's Blair. Rejected. Nice. And put back in. LaFountain serves it up for Blair. Joubert off the side of her leg, tries to give it to Blair. And the offsides whistle blows. LaFountain. And it'll be another goal kick. Stopped by Katsios. Hits the goal post. There's a corner kick. Jones has got a finger on that previous ball. Ball's quickly put back in play. LaFountain brings it back in. Passed back to her. Headed by Blair. Blair carried it in. Now Emily LaFountain.
There's a lead. Number 3. She's out there by number 3.
Ball's loose. Minor over. Picked up by Cougars. Shot by LaFountain. Goal kick.
Yeah, we're done.
Minor brings it back.
We're going to take them home.
Minor puts it in. Dragoon is there. Dragoon carries it up. Sends it through. Minor back for Johnston. Johnston into the corner. And it's going to go out. Green throw. Joubert gets a foot on it. Emily LaFountain will take it. Headed by Joubert, picked up by Jones. High punt. Knocked down by LaFountain, by Colby. LaFountain up to the front line. Paul Smiths concentrating on defense. Cougars have pushed 4 across already, and Dragoon puts it over the top. Nice try. Green throw.
Actually, I did see it.
Northern Independence Conference semifinal play. Clinton Community College unbeaten, untied, 17-0-0 coming into today's game, leading 4-0 against Paul Smiths. The Cougars win, they'll have a home game for the next round. Green throw. Colby will toss it in. Colby gets a foot on it. Up for Joubert. Joubert passes into the corner. Blair shoots it. Goal kick. Green throw. Minor. Dragoon with a restart. Puts it right on net. Look out. Look out, Joubert. Tiptoeing through the tulips. It's the Joubert. Here's the punt from the keeper, Jones. Ball comes to Emily LaFountain. Passes through. Katsios catches up with it. Joubert comes back for it. Here's a shot. It's going to be stopped by the keeper, and Wheeler follows it. Blair follows it in. Thrown in. Katsios on the wing. Jones picks it up for Paul Smiths. Punts it out. Headed by Spooner. Sent back by Paul Smith. Dragoon goes back. She's done this before. Johnston throws it in. Into the crowd, souvenir for a lucky fan. Colby will throw it in. See some of the Cougar men's team. This is women's soccer. I hope I haven't said girls, because not allowed to do that. These are women. Sub, they let her come in. Yep. So we'll have a rethrow. Spooner throws it in. Trying to figure out who we got on the far side there. 12 Wheeler. Paul Smith's throw. Goes into the corner. As you might be able to tell, this field's not exactly level. There's a shot. Nice shot. Who was that? Might have been Katsios. Spooner back for Dragoon. Dragoon keeps it going. Punches it up toward Wheeler. Wheeler calmly sends it up the wing. Coupel puts it back, and Katsios will chase it out. A green throw. Katsios. Be a goal kick. Green kick. Coupel passes back. White throw. Wheeler. Over to Katsios. Sends it up. Cougars controlling the ball for the most part here in the second half, but haven't found the back of the net yet in this half. Wheeler will take the throw. Katsios turns on it. There's the kick. Offside. 27 minutes remaining in the second half. 4-0. Cougars leading in this NIC Northern Independence Conference semifinal game. Green throw. Elise LaFountain. Well, Tebow got a foot on it. Colby giving chase, and Coupel got a foot on it. Sent back by Dragoon. Tebow. For Blair. Ooh, Blair goes down hard. I don't use that arm anyway. Heidi Dragoon will put it in play. She can score from here, puts it right to the keeper. Punt comes to Wheeler. Tebow sticks a foot in there, carries it out. Tebow passes over to Emily LaFountain. Into the corner, it's called offsides. Colby gives it to LaFountain. LaFountain to Coupel, back to LaFountain, and keeper will get there first. Nice try. Very nice try. Coupel, a nice ball for Elise LaFountain. No handball. Tebow sends it back. And Colby. Over to Wheeler. There's Katsios. Nice ball, headed by Blair and out. Nice try. And here comes the goal kick. Stopped by LaFountain. Donna Dixon, the Cougar coach, assisted by Mel Defiant. Wheeler will throw it in. Headed out off Colby. Green throw. 23 minutes remaining in the game. Been a while since the Cougars have scored. First three came very early and very fast. Riggs giving chase. Riggs catches up with it. Ketsiel shoots and the keeper makes the stop. Coupel was right there. We're now halfway through the second half. 22 and a half to go. There's Emily LaFountain. Into the corner. That'll be a goal kick. Oh, ball's dying's uphill up there. Uphill, so the ball kind of died down. Well, the home field advantage, you know, the ups and downs, you know, where you can kick it and the ball will slow down and where it'll speed up. You've got a field on a slope like this. Ketsiel's looking to get a foot in there. She's going to get a pass, shot, just out. Thrown in by Dragoon. Ketsiel goes down. Wheeler will throw it in. Elise LaFountain shoots and misses. Elise LaFountain with a nice shot. LaFountain beats everybody to the goal kick. Colby breaks it up. Goes wide over to Wheeler. Wheeler serves it and he's picked up by Jones. Here's Colby. Weak pass. Here's a shot by Ketsios. It's over the top. Sounds like it's lunchtime at the mine. That horn. Sounds like an old factory horn. Colby carries it in. Now LaFountain battling hard for it. The Paul Smiths team is just camped in there on defense. They're just camped in there. Tebow will throw it in. Injured player, Colby coming off. Hoping just a temporary setback here. Playing a strong game. Here's LaFountain. Who was that there? Sell her a ticket. Sell her a ticket. Haley Collins. Buy a ticket if you want to watch. Should have been in. Green kick. Slowed down by Riggs. Put back in the air by Spooner. Riggs gets a foot on it. There's the goal kick. Spooner. Passed wide, intended for LaFountain. Green throw. Spooner gets a foot on it. Spooner again. Ball's deep. And is that Chalio? Doesn't look like Kristen Fillion. Fountain working her way in, shoots a low one, and almost squeezed by the keeper, but she's able to haul it in on a third effort. Well, Fountain. Riggs passes back to Emily LaFountain. There's a throw. Joubert just back in the game. Jones makes the stop. Emily LaFountain. Joubert's going to catch up with it, shoots and scores. Didn't take Krista Joubert long to score. And it's quickly 5-0 in favor of the Cougars. The price on this tape for her mother has just gone up another $2. About 15 minutes remaining. 5-0 Cougars over the Bobcats. Northern Independence Conference. Semi-final play. This is Wheeler. Punted. There's the throw. Oh, ball's already in. Green throw. Wheeler. Wheeler throws it in. Kicked by Collins. Wheeler steps up. Minor carries it in, passing. Chipped for Riggs. Riggs put back in by Spooner. And it's a goal kick. Dragoon sends it back in. Keeper Chelsea Jones will pick it up. Minor. Cleared. Johnson kicks it wide. Joubert in the corner. Joubert carries it. Joubert stepped out of her shoe. Wheeler headed. Spooner passing to Joubert, passing back for control. Into the corner. It's all downhill from here. Wheeler throws it in. Back for Dragoon.
English either, apparently.
Am I looking?
Green throw.
Mark, we can watch you. Still my life.
Minor. Johnston gets a foot on it. Over to Wheeler. Just under 9.5 to go in the game. 5-0. Cougars have beaten Paul Smiths prior 6-0 and 5-0. So for the season, they've outscored the Bobcats 16-0.
Jared, time to leave.
Dragoon now picked up by Spooner. Spooner gets a foot on it. Kicked back by the Bobcats. Dragoon gets a little push from behind. Tebow is there. Tebow passing to Emily LaFountain. Back to Tebow. Looking for Riggs. Tebow up for Riggs. Riggs has 1 goal today. Dragoon up for Riggs. It's out. Green throw. 7:41 left in the game. Minor carrying it. Passing over to Wheeler. Headed by Dragoon. Johnston kicks it. Wheeler keeps it in play.
Here.
And Tebow stops the Paul Smiths attack. Green throw. Cougars take it away. Wheeler with the ball. Puts it in the air. Headed back by Paul Smiths. Pass back. The Dragoon sends it down the field. Collins giving chase. Off her. Green throw. Cougar throw. The Minor. Paul Smith takes it away. Minor sneaks in there. Riggs goes down. Now LaFountain over to help out. Passing wide to Minor. Emily LaFountain with the throw. Throws it to Minor. No, to Spooner. Colby is back in, so her injury was not serious. LaFountain will take the throw. Let's wait till the ball get off the field. Headed in front of the goal. Colby lets it land. Paul Smith's player, about 8 inches taller than her, so she backed off. Got it ribbing from the bench. Colby up to LaFountain, taken by Katsios. Blair puts it in front of the net. Almost. Coupel back in with 4 minutes remaining. Goal kick. Wheeler in the corner. Collins tracing it down. White throw. Colby throws it in. Three minutes remain. Wheeler with the throw. There's a corner kick. And Jones dives on it. Drupal lands on top. Minor with a foot on it. And the little fountain passing back to Tebow. Up to Katsios. $1:45. And there's Tebow. We're down to 38 seconds. We have to switch a battery here, but figured we'd switch it rather than let the battery decide when we're going to switch. We decided to switch it. Thrown in by LaFountain. Six seconds remains. Colby will have the ball in her hands. Nope, she'll throw it in, and that's how the game will end. 5-0 victory. The Clinton Community College Cougars move to 18-0-0 on the season. 18 wins, no losses, no ties, unbeaten, untied, and they will move to the Northern Independent Conference Championship game. We'll stick around for their victory lap. Okay, we'll get their victory lap. Tradition started a couple of years ago. We'll move out of the way because they're going to come right down the line. And here they come.
Hey, Calvin.
So that's it. My congratulations to the Cougars. 18-0, and I wish them luck as they continue into the season. Thanks for watching, and for those of you who are supporting Hometown Cable's efforts.